Well, John practiced what he preached. He made the world his own, and then he shared it with everyone. He starred in the movie Oh God with George Burns. And ABC felt he had a very comfortable demeanor on camera, so they put him in his own ABC Sunday Night Family lineup, The John Denver Show. John also got a guest spot on The Tonight Show, and apparently things went well, but as he recalled, he said far out so much that it caught on in mainstream vernacular. John became very aware suddenly that people were not just listening to his songs. He was ready to use his voice of reason. He joined with Harry Chapin to convince the United States government to start the Commission on Domestic and World Hunger. Well, John felt very excited about this. He felt like he had accomplished one of the big problems that he had set out to. And while he was on a roll, he thought, you know what? What if I bring up the problems of reckless deforestation and pollution? He knew that if he explained it the way that John Denver could, that the U.S. government would sure to see his point. Yeah, they saw his point, but it kind of fell on deaf ears. Two things were gained. It wasn't a total loss. John assisted in protecting more wildlife, land, and national parks than anyone before in U.S. history. And he met another champion for the environment. Jacques Cousteau, a marine biologist and explorer of the oceans of the earth, really connected with John's connection to the natural world. And when it was time to take a break, he took him sailing on the mighty ship Calypso. Sail on, dream on a crystal clear ocean, a ride on the crest of a wild raging storm. Work in the service of life and the living, in search of the answers to questions unknown. To be part of the movement and part of the growing, part of beginning to understand. I can live through the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I can live so I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. I am. Like the dolphin that guides you, you bring us beside you, the light of the darkness, and show us the way. And though we are strangers in your silent world, to live on the land we must learn from the sea. To be true as the tide and free as a wind swell, joyful and loving and letting it be. I can live through the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I can live so I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. I can live through the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I can live so I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. By 1976, at the very young age of 33, John Denver was about to bring his life full circle. He and Annie adopted a second child, Anna Kate, and the family seemed complete. John's 20-year-old vision was about to be brought to fruition as well. He purchased 1,000 acres of land in Snowmass, Colorado, and began to build WinStar, a place where people could come to learn about how to care for the earth. The legacy of WinStar still lives on to this day. John's career also started to take an interesting point of turn. He began to sing duets with other entertainment icons. He sang with Johnny Cash, Frank Sinatra, and even the Muppets. But it was a duet with Placido Domingo that endured. It was a simple pondering of love. Perhaps love is like a resting place, shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort. It is there to keep you warm. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, a memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer, it wants to show you more. And even though you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see you through. Well, love, some is like a cloud, some is strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. And some say love is holding on, and some say letting go. And some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of pain. Like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memory of love will be of you. Well, if I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memory of love will be of you. Well, John had truly accomplished a lot in a short amount of time, and no one was going to slow his shooting star down. He began to travel to Africa, China, and Russia. He felt like an ambassador of social conscience. He was the only American to ever perform in Russia at that time, and he did so at a benefit for Chernobyl victims. When he stepped off the plane in China, he was amazed to be mobbed by fans. What he didn't realize is that "Take Me Home, Country Roads" had been the only song ever played on communist Chinese radio that was an American song. Apparently the emperor was a fan. And as China welcomed John into their hearts, John welcomed them back, and when he did, he fell in love with those Shanghai breezes. It's funny how it seems as though you're right next door when you really have the world away. Just can't seem to find the words I'm looking for to say the things that I want to say. I can't remember when I felt so close to you. Well, it's almost more than I can bear. Though I feel 500,000 miles from you, you are in my heart and living there. And the moon and stars are the same ones you see. It's the lovers who walk hand in hand in the park, and lovers who walk all alone. There are lovers who lie unafraid in the dark, and lovers who long for a home. I couldn't leave you even if I wanted to. You're in my dreams and always near, especially when I sing the songs I wrote for you. You are in my heart and living there. And the moon and the stars are the same ones you see. It's the same old sun up in the sky. And your face in my dreams is like heaven to me, like the breezes here in old Shanghai. Shanghai breezes, cool and clearing, evening sweet caress. Shanghai breezes, soft and gentle, remind me of your tenderness. And the moon and the stars are the same ones you see. It's the same old sun up in the sky. And your love in my life is like heaven to me, like the breezes here in old Shanghai. Like the breezes here in old Shanghai. Over the next 2 decades, John would work tirelessly to complete Windstar and to spread a very important message, that the earth is a living entity whose health and vitality depends upon its inhabitants living in harmony. To John, the real cynicism of the modern age was the blatant denial of caring for the environment because of money. John continued to work hard with UNICEF and the Wildlife Foundation. He started the very simple concept of, if you cut a tree down, plant another one. And he pushed that, and it is a used practice today. It was about this time that the world decided to give back to the man who had given so much. In 1993, John Denver received the Albert Schweitzer Music Award, which was an award only ever given before to a classical composer. In 1996, John Denver was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. John was truly at the top of the world, and the world waited to see what he would do next. Nobody thought that he would leave us.